Hello, Internet world. How is everyone doing today? I take it you've been better? My CHERONA virus certainly doesn't help matters at all. But we can only do what we can do. I wish that there were magic words to make everyone feel better. I don't have them. But we can try to think of some of the positive things in life. I really don't want to jump to platitudes. You're all too smart for that. It's a crappy situation. And we're supposed to make pies out of mud pies. So let's begin doing that, shall we? Beginning with maintaining our sense of humor and realizing in some senses this too will pass. Perhaps not to the extent that we would like it to. And think of all the wonderful positive things in life to look forward to, which you should. It's just hard to do that sometimes when you're caught up in emotional strains and stresses, including the economic ones. Those end up causing more divorces than anything else. So stop doing that and using that as an excuse. Fix your own issues with yourself and reflect. Fix some of your interpersonal issues with your better half. The reason you chose them to begin with is that you did look at them as being wonderful people to be around. I imagine you were looking for a life witness who we can speak our minds to, just like we would like to speak our First Amendment, our 1A minds, wherever we go. And how easy it is sometimes to go a little bit overboard with the ones we love, especially when we're confined. There's no one else for us to get angry at. Let's not take it out too much on the one who we love so we can still maintain that loving feeling. Righteous brothers, let's not lose it. Take a deep breath and know that to some extent this too shall pass. I'm not going to say things will be back the way they always were. Things can never go back to the way they were. I'm not going to come out and say to jump up and leap with joy because you're housebound. I'm just saying to keep things, suggesting, to keep things in perspective, and to do the best one can. It's okay to be down a little bit, as long as we don't let ourselves be down all the time. Crying is cathartic. Different people need a different amount. That's all. If you can't stop crying, then you might have an issue. And then there's others who can help you. Some are legitimate, and some are more legitimate than others. I'm not going to have you make comparisons to who has it worse in the world. As my mother used to say, when it's your splinter, you have a right to complain about it. Do something positive for you. Every day, plan to do something for the next day to look forward to. As minute as it might seem, give yourself a positive affirmation, even if you don't believe it. Trick yourself, because you're not really tricking yourself. You want things to be as good as you can for you, so you can help yourself be better to help others. I think that's how it works, isn't it? It's how we handle life's challenges that's really important. For me personally, that's been about the only purpose I've been able to figure out while on this earthbound place that I exist. It's not easy, but we do what we can do without negatively affecting other people's bliss paths to the best of our ability. And to have an awareness of the difference between acts of omission and acts of commission. Don't intentionally go out of your way to hurt another or yourself because we're emotional beings. Use some of our intellect too. And you are allowed to have a bad moment. Now everyone jump up and down 3 times, run around the house,